everyone. Welcome to our Webisode 2 of our 2023 the Daziah T. Crawford Scholarship Awards. Tonight we have Sarah Kent with us. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi,
And
Sarah.
yeah, of course. So, Natavia, I know that we had a great opportunity of looking at all of the students that sent in their applications. And of course, with Sarah being one of our recipients, I'll turn it over to you to talk about the whole process and how Sarah was selected.
Sure. So hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in. The application process, we require for the students to send in, let's see, they have to send in recommendation letters, their talent. They have to send in their transcripts. For Sarah, she's a college freshman entering her sophomore year. So we have transcripts from her high school and as well as her freshman year. We also require them to send in a video of their talent. And we ask them a couple of questions like what activities and extracurricular stuff they do. And for the most part, that's it. The GPA required is a 2.7. Sarah graduated high school with a 3.84, I believe. And right now she's maintaining something similar, 3.48 for her freshman year, which is amazing. Yeah. So I actually would like for Sarah to tell us what college she attends.
So I go to Peabody Conservatory, part of the Johns Hopkins Institute, and I'm studying vocal performance right now.
Amazing, amazing. So I gotta say that is, I mean, if you look up the school itself, that is one of the best, if not the best, schools for vocal performance. How do you feel? I mean, how did it feel to get accepted there?
It was exciting. I actually never heard of the school until my junior, senior year of high school. I was going to PG Community College, and so my voice teacher there, she told me that I should apply to Peabody. She was like, you'll get in. I don't know about like a good scholarship because it's expensive, but you'll definitely get in. And so I went ahead and shot my shot with it and ended up getting a full ride, which was a blessing for that. But yeah, it was very nerve wracking to like go through all the processes. I was like, you know what, prayers and fingers crossed with getting in. But yeah, it's a huge blessing to go there right now.
Awesome. God is good.
Yes, he
Mm.
is. And I
So,
just want to jump in really quickly. Johns Hopkins University. I didn't even know they had music. Of course, you hear that, you automatically think medical field. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, can't skip over that. That is huge. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
right. Congratulations. And also congratulations for receiving the Daziah T. Crawford Scholarship in the amount of $500. We provide 4 of them. We've already provided one last week. If you all joined, if you didn't, you can always go online and look at it again. And we have 2 more. I'm not sure of the dates, but we definitely will keep everyone posted.
And I'll tell everyone at the end because I have the dates. They're all confirmed.
Awesome, awesome. So, Sarah, for your community service, one of the things that was listed on there was a Bowie Street member.
Mhm.
Can you explain what that is?
So, so the Bowie Street Reach, I did that, it was years ago, like 2017, 2018. But basically, we get together with the church and like you stay overnight for a week, and every day you go to different areas of the community and you basically do free yard work for them. And so that's what you do basically all day, every day that week is you just go around knocking on people's doors if they need yard work done. Usually they'll have a list of houses that really need it. And so we'll go over there, do yard work. Sometimes we will evangelize to them and pray for them as well. But that's basically what the Bowie Street Reach is.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nice.
Um, so obviously a lot of this stuff was from high school.
Hmm.
Um, what are you doing now as far as community work?
So right now, I attend a church called King of the Nations, and so what I'm doing there, I'm a worship leader there right now, and I also help out like in any way, like just volunteering with their Ascend nights. And right now, I'm not officially on the Ascend volunteer list, but I do help out a lot in that way. And it's Ascend is basically it's like youth and young adult night. It's once every month on a Friday, and you just get together, join with the community, and you have worship. Then you have a little word, and then it's like a whole like hour extra ministry time. And so I do that right now at my church.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. Your essay, of course, you talked a lot about community. Um, you said that in your early years, you were an introvert, so to
Mhm.
speak, right?
Mhm.
And so now you're in college, you have, you know, thousands and thousands of people, and you're a performer. So how was your transition?
So growing up, yeah, I was an introvert, very shy, like not a lot of friends going through high school. For college, even when I was going into college, I was pretty like to myself. If I was to go out, I would only go out of my dorm for like class and to get food. So I didn't really spread my wings yet in college, but for me, my community is found at my home church because everyone there is just so welcoming. So it's like there's no way that you can go visit and not have at least five friends there. So I've really grown in that area because when I started going there again, I was um, very to myself and immediately just break through. I did get deliverance for like all that stuff. Like I can't identify as an introvert. Like that's not who God calls us to be. And God calls us, we need each other. And so growing in that, it's been really good because I realized that community is just so important and men are not to be alone. So it really helps you grow and you hold each other accountable, you stay empowered. And so that's why I wrote about community because it's so vital in our life.
Mhm.
Right, right. Well, I'm glad that you're growing, and I'm glad that you have that community around you
Mhm.
to help you feel more, safe. Also, it's just good to know that you have people around that care for you, and you can also spread that love. And of course, evangelize. That's awesome, and that brings in new people, new friendships, and of course an introduction to God. So
Mhm.
that's awesome. uh Sharita, you got anything?
Of course. As a worship leader, what is your favorite song? I love praise and worship. So, what's your favorite?
Ah, dang. I have a lot. So I'll say the one that I have on repeat right now is This Is My Shepherd by Upper Room. I do a lot of spontaneous worship. So that's definitely the one that I've had on repeat. It keeps me encouraged. And it's so amazing. I love Upper Room and all their stuff. So I'd say This Is My Shepherd is the one that has lately been on repeat.
So now you've given me something to put on my
Mhm.
playlist. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, love praise and worship. So, um, I know that we've talked about where you're currently going to school, and I actually wanted to bounce back a little bit to Natavia because this is our first year that we're actually including college freshmen. So,
Mhm.
Natavia, maybe you can explain why you decided to do that for the foundation as a scholarship award.
Sure. Well, when I think about it, I thought that because Deja was a college freshman, it would be good. I knew the struggles that college freshmen have, just the need for something extra sometimes.
Mhm.
And so I thought it would be a good idea to include, some of her in that. And because, she, like I said, she was a freshman going into her, sophomore year. And I think honestly, that's really where a lot of money is needed. I mean, of course, like you said, you're in a school where tuition is extremely high, and even with a full ride, there's still so many expenses that college students need. So extending that from high school students to, you know, sophomore, I mean, college freshmen was important.
Mhm.
Now, thank you for explaining that because I think that's important for all of our supporters to know, our followers to know, so that we do take the time to think about those expenses and needs. And like you said, just thinking about Deja and her needs when she was a freshman, it didn't just stop. So thank you for doing that.
Oh yeah.
So another question, I know what your major is, but when did you know that that's what you wanted to do?
I didn't actually start doing classical music till my junior year of high school. And so what happened was I needed a music credit. And so I went to PG Community College and I took a music class. But sure enough, everyone in that class dropped. So I was the only student. So it was more like a one on one lesson. And so after that first semester, she was like, okay, now I need you to come back and take actual music class. And so I decided, all right, why not? And so as I continued to grow in my classical music, she was like, okay, now you need to go to school for this. Like, you can't just like come to this, be one of the best people and just go away. And so I was like really like hesitant about it because at first I did want to go to vet school, but then I was like, you know what? I'll just give this music stuff a try. And so in my senior year, it wasn't until like late my senior year when I was like, all right, I'm gonna do music for for college because that's what I'm best at. And then science and stuff is just a hobby of mine.
Got it.
Hmm.
Well, we've teased everyone long enough. I think they should see your submission video just based off of your answer right there. So let me cue that up and we'll let everyone see why it was so important. All right, I'm going to share. Okay. Wow. Natavia, you're on mute. Sarah, you're on mute.
Such a beautiful voice. I
Thank
mean,
you.
wow.
Thank
So let me
you.
ask you, I got like two questions.
Mhm.
Just
Go
look,
for
I only got two more questions. So with classical music, do you, so all of the songs aren't in English.
Mhm.
So have you learned some of those songs? And if so, learning what those songs actually say and
Mhm.
what they mean, is that difficult?
Not really. So for what we do, we have to, before we learn the music, we have to learn the poem, memorize the poem, and then memorize the translation as well. And so before we even start working on singing it, we have to recite what the poem says, memorized, and what each word for word translation is. And so this song is unfortunately a really sad song because she got kidnapped and she's in this witch's garden crying
Wow.
so that she could be free. And so, yeah, so this one is Italian. So, yeah, we have to learn everything that they're saying, the poem, and then we also have to take language classes. So that way it also helps us in knowing what they say as well.
Oh, that's smart. That's very
Mhm.
smart. And my last question is, so you sing classical. We know that you're a worship leader. What's your favorite genre of music?
My favorite, oh Lord. My favorite is jazz. I love singing jazz, and people are like, "Why didn't you just major in jazz?" And I was like, "I never thought about it, but my favorite type is jazz music." So that's definitely like best one out of all.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Well,
now.
you have a beautiful voice
Thank
Yes,
you.
and a beautiful spirit. I
yes.
hope that God, or I pray that God continues to bless you, um, and just surround you with great and amazing people. Sharita, you want to close us
I'm
out?
like introvert where?
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing,
Thank
amazing.
you.
You would never think that, oh, Sarah's like, this huge voice. Your teacher was right.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
I have to ask a follow-up question. Since jazz is your favorite genre, who is your favorite jazz artist?
Oh man.
So
Ooh.
many, right?
Okay. That's a good question. I love a lot. So maybe darn. I really like Frank Sinatra. That's like a easy one, but also Liz Wright, Starsville,
Okay.
Alabama. That one's a really good one too. But I have a lot, so those are
No,
like
those can't
two
go wrong
good.
with Blue Eyes, right?
Mm,
Frank Sinatra and Liz
mhm.
Wright. I'm gonna have to look her up. You're building up my playlist. So the other thing that we asked, two additional questions specific to the foundation. How did you find out about us?
My mom actually sent me um the foundation link for everything, and she was like, "You should apply," because she sends me lots of scholarship stuff. So I actually have no idea how she found out, but she finds a lot of scholarship stuff for me to apply to, and
Yay,
so
mom.
mhm. So shout out to mom for that.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Mom.
Hmm.
And receiving this scholarship and understanding the meaning behind it, what does receiving this scholarship mean to you?
It means a lot because even though like you might get a full ride, but textbooks are expensive. And so it's a struggle, especially when you're not working a lot when you're in school. to actually like pay for that, plus pay for your garage fees every month, plus pay for gas and stuff. So it really means a lot to like have that extra that I can use, especially for school and just school needs. But yeah, it means a lot.
Awesome, awesome. Well, as we've mentioned several times, when Daziah was a student, she made it very clear that you still need help, and
Yeah.
we're just very happy to be able to do so. And the $500 that you've been awarded that Natavia mentioned earlier will be sent directly to your school with your student ID to make sure it goes to you. And we'll send that out no later than the end of next month. And for those that are watching us tonight or may watch us later, we have ways to give to the foundation so that we can help students like Sarah with scholarships. We're a few years old, but we're doing our best to start out the gate, helping as many students as we can. And we have several ways that people can donate. New for us this year is we're on Zelle. And if you Zelle and use our email address, which is tdtcf@tdcfoundation.org. We're also online. If you go to our website, tdtcfoundation.org, we have a donate button. We also have Cash App, which is $TDTCF. And new is Facebook. That's new this year as well. You can go to our page, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. There are donate buttons where you can donate directly to us. And also new this year is GoFundMe. We started a GoFundMe page, and it has full scholarship rides because that's what we want to give. But in the meantime, we will take the donations that come for our performing arts and journalism students. So Sarah, I just want to say again, amazing, amazing to you. And
Thank you.
Natavia, you and Sarah have any final words?
I just want to say again to Sarah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep God first.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Absolutely. And Sarah, anything from you? Final words?
Um, just nothing is impossible. Like, oof, I never thought that I would be at this school and even win scholarships. So, like, if you have God, then He will provide. He will provide.
Amen.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We will have our outro with, again, a new exclusive foundation beat created by Dallin Crawford, Daziah's brother, who is Trap Boy 3K. That is his music tag. So we thank you for joining us tonight and listen to our theme song, and we will see you next week. Next Wednesday, July 19th, we will have Webisode 3, as we're calling these, our scholarship award series. And then Wednesday, July 26th, we will also have our last recipient for 2023. So we will have our continued marketing with our communications. Look out for those. You saw Sarah's, so we will make sure that we keep you posted as we look forward to next week. Have a good night, everyone.